Hey guys, TrueWho here. If you've recently purchased a polymer handgun, you probably have a plastic guide rod. Now, people ask, why do you replace your polymer guide rod with a steel guide rod? There's a lot of answers out there, and what it basically comes down to is peace of mind. Now, it increases the durability of the guide rod. If you need to rely on that weapon, you have a lot more faith in it. Now, I'm not saying plastic guide rods are going to fail after you shoot a couple clips through them, or even a couple months or a couple years of usage, but after a while they get really chewed up. Now, if you want a guide rod that will last forever, the life of your gun, then you'll want to get a steel guide rod. Now, if you look anywhere on the internet about steel guide rods, you'll see one name pop up, Steve Bedair. Now, this guy makes great products. He makes custom steel guide rods to replace your polymer plastic ones. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to replace a guide rod on my Sig SP2022. And I'll also show you the guide rod that was in here and how chewed up it is. Now, obviously it's my home defense weapon, so it's loaded. I'm going to go ahead and clear the weapon, visually and physically inspect it. There's nothing in there. And so if you don't know the takedown of the Sig, you can watch my video, but here's a little short tutorial. You're going to pull the slide back and release it slightly. There's a notch right here that you have to line that piece behind it up to. Now, when you release the slide, you're going to match up the takedown pin to the slide and push on the other side. There's a button right here. When you do so, it's going to pop out. You can then release the slide and then pull out the takedown pin, and off comes the slide. Just that simple. Now, when you get your Sig pistol, you'll have a plastic guide rod in here. This is what I'm replacing. Depress the spring and pull out the guide rod. Now, in order to show you how chewed up this guide rod is, I'm going to go ahead and shine a light on it. Now, I don't know if you can see it very well with the camera, but I'll try. You see those notches where the slide has chewed up the plastic? And a lot of times when you open them up to clean them, you'll find little pieces of plastic. That's from your guide rod. Now, when you order your guide rod, it will come in a USPS package, and inside there will be something like this. It will say the name of your gun and oil lightly. Make sure it's your model of guide rod, and then go ahead and open it up. Inside, you'll find a steel guide rod like this, and you're going to oil it lightly. Now, replacing a guide rod on another gun will be quite similar, except for the takedown is going to be a little bit different. If you need help on how to take down your weapon, look on YouTube. There's tons of videos, or look in your instruction manual. Now, take a piece of cotton and some of your favorite gun oil, in my case hops, and just dab it a little bit. I'm going to rub the cotton pad up and down the guide rod and get it nice and oiled. Now, it doesn't have to be dripping with oil, just slightly oiled. Now you're going to replace the spring. Onto the guide rod like so. we're going to fit the spring into that hole where it came out and pop it back into place. There's a notch on the barrel that you can hear clicks into place. Once you do that, you can reassemble your gun. Simply put the slide back on. With the Sig specifically, there's these two notches right here that you need to slide onto. Then you line it up so it's flush with the bottom, and if you can, I don't know if you can see through that hole, but you should be able to see through it to the other side. Right there. You're going to then take your takedown pin and push it in, and what you're going to do is you're going to cock the gun so the slide lines up with that piece right there, and then you're going to push down on the takedown pin, and then it will click into place like so. I'm going to do this for the camera. And then push down. You'll hear an audible click, and then you can release the slide. Now the gun is reassembled. Make sure it's working properly. And that's how you replace your plastic guide rod with a custom steel one. Now, like I said, Steve Bedair makes great products. GuideRod.com is his website. I'll link it below. If you're interested in replacing your plastic guide rod, go ahead and check out his website. If you have any questions, concerns, anything like that, shoot him an email. He is really fast at getting back, and he will answer any questions that you may have, and he's a really nice guy, so check him out. And that's it. Peace out, guys.